Hey, welcome back, fish muggers. This is part 2 of A Day in the Life. I know on the last video I told you I had a big surprise, and I can't seem to find the big surprise anymore. I mean, just yesterday, the big surprise was there, but I can't find it. And I'll tell you what the big surprise was. So, if you remember, let's see if I can spin around here. If you remember here in the cichlid tank, I told you about this girl right here. I don't know if you can see that, but my yellow lab, she had babies in her mouth because she's a mouth brooder. And, one day she didn't have them and she was eating again. So I thought, well, she must have ingested them. Maybe they weren't good or viable or something, and the eggs were, eaten. Then one day I'm working around in here, and I see a little tiny fish pop out of this cave right here. Oh, the camera's following me. Nice. Out of a little cave right here. Okay? And I'll show that in a minute because I tried to actually film it earlier and trying to capture the little fishy, but yeah, couldn't find it. I mean, it could still be in here. Honestly, this tank it's so big and has so many hiding places. Sometimes I can't even find some of the fish that are in there all the time. So maybe in a couple of weeks I'm gonna see like a little cichlid running around about this big. That would be great. That would be so cool. And why it's such a big deal to me is because I've never had a fish that lays eggs give me offspring. I mean, all these guppies behind me, sure, all the time, right? Live bears, the platies over there, they give me babies all the time, but never eggs. Now I figured that was just because I don't have like a mop in there. So there's this like special, mop or whatever that you can put in there. And I guess of course, mouth brooders don't breed like that anyway. But I mean, other fish like my tetras and stuff, the mop is somewhere where they can go in there and it acts like, I don't know, must act like something in nature where they can adhere all their eggs to get fertilized. Some fish stick them right to the glass. I've even seen, it's kind of, all different types of ways to do it. But I've never had a fish that lays eggs give me babies. So that to me, like, I was like, wow, that's really cool. It does mean that it could happen again, so now it's more likely. So, if that baby didn't survive, and it's funny because all these fish have been like swimming around that cave a lot, like they're trying to hunt it. So maybe it just got eaten and, be sad if it did, but at least I know that can happen. But anyway, so I do have other exciting things to share with you. That chore list from the other day is still being executed. This cold has been really kicking my butt, but I think today I've felt a lot better and I'm ready to get back into it. I actually earlier I had to fix something on this tank. Remember when I cleaned the pump the other day? It just hasn't been flowing as much as it usually does. So I'm like, what's going on? And I totally forgot. Watch this. I totally forgot that there is a pre-filter I put. You guys picking that up? It's a pre-filter that I put on the end of the thing so that big things didn't get sucked into my pump. So yeah, I just cleaned that out and yeah, look at all the stuff flowing around in here. It's crazy. It's like it's just kicked up all kinds of, detritus and yeah, probably just mostly that, Look at this guy. Hi. Hey. What do you, oh, yeah, come on. Yeah. What a beautiful fish. I love them all. I love all these fish. Cichlids are so pretty, guys. I mean, like, that's like the closest thing I guess you get to saltwater fish in the colors. The colors are just so vibrant and yeah, it's amazing. Look at you just want to hide. I think this is called a fire belly cichlid. Oh, yep. I need to figure out how to like make this. There we go. Okay. All right. Now I can move. Now I can catch these guys with the camera. Look at, look at. This is my favorite. This orange one, just so orange, creamsicle, creamsicle orange, and this boy. Oh, he's one of my favorites too. God, they're all my favorites. Oh. We call this one taxi cab, or taxi driver maybe. Yeah, he looks kind of like a yellow cab, right, from New York. Like I said, my daughters name them all, so I'm not sure. But anyway, I still have some exciting things I can share with you guys. I did accomplish a few things, and actually what this means is I can make this video actually short. I know, amazing, right? But I'm gonna do that. So like, and I did tell you, I did promise you that I would go around and show you all the new fish that I got, and yeah, that's basically it. And then just kind of give you a quick update and try to make this video short. Really, I promise. I will. I'm gonna do it. So here's the guppy tank, and what a huge difference, huh? I mean, once I opened this all up, I was just in love with this tank again. I got rid of all that guppy grass. And it's funny with guppy grass, it just breaks apart in pieces, and I just kept pulling it and breaking it and pulling it and breaking it, and I was like, man, if I keep doing this, there's not gonna be any guppy grass left in here. So yeah, I took what was left and I kind of shoved it in the back and covered up. I got the heaters like right there, so I kind of cover all that so you don't see it, so all you think is going on in here is just all natural. Got rid of all that, pushed it back, got rid of the plants that were growing in the front right here and right here, and then I looked and I saw this Anubias. This Anubias is awesome. Look at my little pleco just sitting there chilling. Remember I had to save him the other day? Excuse me. That was crazy. I bought that rock with the Anubias on it just because I thought the rock was really pretty. So then I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to stick the rock right next to this other rock that is from my yard and see if it'll grow up it. And what do you know? Look at it. It's like it's growing up it like a serpent. So I'm ready to like cut this off right there and take that rock and use it elsewhere. Because Anubias is, you know what, once it's all nice and established just like that, it's good to go. I can start dividing it now. So that's pretty cool. And then another thing that I noticed is that if you see right there, I had this baby banana plant. If you can see all the fish, I just fed them. They shouldn't be hungry. So that's a banana plant. And it was a baby banana plant that actually grew at the end of a cutting that was floating around in another tank, which was really cool. So like the lilies, like banana plants and other lilies, when you cut off their stems and they float around, the ends of their stems can grow more plants. You don't have to pull a floating leaf out that you cut off. You can just leave it in there and see if it'll do that. Anyway, really cool, huh? Doesn't that look good, guys? I just love this tank. I mean, I'll sit here. I work in the office, and sometimes during meetings I'll just sit here and stare at this. It's so cool. And now I can see I have like a gazillion shrimp. I mean, they're all over. Look at these guys. Let them go. Like he's just like, man, I'm gonna sleep here, man. Look at them. They're everywhere. I guess I'm up here too. So cool. So I'm like super happy. And another thing that I did, hello. Let's get turned here and okay. Right there. Is that coming out? Yeah. Oh, there's like a little reflection. So on this like this piece of wood that's like right here, this has a whole bunch of Bucephalantra growing on it. And it's doing really well. I'm like super happy. I also got like a little tiny piece in here. Like if you look, I got it in the center of the picture right there. Yeah, right there. And that was like a little tiny piece that I put in there a long time ago. I was like, well, if you make it, you make it. And Look at that thing. It's thriving. Super happy. Yep. Anyway, so like, yeah, so that's really cool. No new fish in here. I just wanted to show you how clear it got, and man, I'm really happy with this tank a lot. Let's go to the next thing. This is the red tank, guys. Remember I had a rescue beta in here, and he passed away. If you're just tuning in and you didn't know about that from a previous video, yeah, I had a rescue beta, and he passed. He didn't make it. He died from whatever it was that he was ailing him, and it's unfortunate, but that happens. But so then I decided, to keep in the motif of red, I got myself a red beta. Let's see if I get him good and on camera, and he's gonna go hide. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. There he is. And we got a nice reflection here. But look at him. He's a beaut. Let's see if I move back. Reflections. What do I do about reflections? Man, look how beautiful he is. He's just solid red. So cool. That's one fish. I guess I should mention this too. So, this is one of the platy tanks, and I got my goldfish in here. They're waiting for their new home. But while I was at the pet store, I noticed in one of the tanks that there were several babies. And me knowing the manager, I know that they're not allowed to sell the baby fish. So any of the fry that are in the tanks, they're up for grabs. Guys, you might want to ask about that. Not all stores do that, but this store was like, yeah, if they're babies, it's not in their inventory. They can't sell them. So in here somewhere, hopefully, if they haven't been eaten, are 3 baby mollies. And they were Dalmatian mollies. Hopefully they come out like true. Hopefully they survived, period. I guess I'll know someday. But yeah, so I stuck them in here only because, well, babies tend to survive in here, I guess. I don't know why. Look at this guy. Hi. Hey. His bug eyes, man. You go to nut. You're pretty too. See, goldfish get a bad rap. And look at him or her. Just stop wailing so much. Just a beautiful fish. Like, really. Here, I'll just come out here. They're going nuts. Look at this guy. Wiggle, wiggle. He's so big he can't even get out of his own way. Like, they're cheap, and I mean, honestly, they're really cool fish. Now I know the 3 of these guys will someday outgrow the 10-gallon tank that I'll be putting them in. Don't worry, guys. I will make sure that they will get upgraded homes as they grow. I promise. Also, since we're talking about goldfish, it's funny, my daughter was out in our little pond that we have out in the backyard, and she was like, hey, Dad, I saw some fish in there. And I thought they had all been eaten by a hawk. So I have goldfish out in my pond still. And that's really cool. And they're hard to see because they're like brown in color, so they blend right into the dirty water. So I can't even see them. I want some orange ones in there, but then the hawk can see them, and the hawk eats them. Anyway, okay, done here. So I'm back in the kitchen here, and I got a few things going on here. And then it's getting dark in here too, which is good. Maybe I won't have so many reflections on the glass. So I'm going to start with, actually, I'll just walk over here, and this is the 5-gallon. Maybe we'll get lucky. This is where I put the 3 Amano shrimp. Now today I was going through there, and I noticed what looked like a dead gray shrimp in the bottom of it. And so I got a little scared, and so I got in there with my tweezers. I pulled it out. I looked at it with my magnifying glass, and it looks like it's a molt. They molted. So they're growing. So that's good. for a little bit. Let's see if we can catch them on video.
Oh, I don't see them. They blend into everything. No, but what a nice little performance the beta's putting on for us. That's a black orchid beta, male. You can hear the bird laughing out there. Can you guys hear that? I don't know if you hear it. She laughs, she screams, she yells and sneezes and coughs. Something is really funny out there. Okay, well, that's a bummer. I don't see him. Look at, I'm beautiful. Look at me. Just look at me. I like betas, guys. I mean, it was kind of my first fish. If you guys remember the story about Patriot, that was my boy. This fish is stunning. Alright, no shrimp, but I'll let you know if I can find them. Usually I get my daughter to go, hey, go do an inventory of my shrimp in the tank. She's like, oh, I don't want to.
You guys know where that's going. Right up there. Let's take a look at that. So remember the other day I was like rooting around in here. And I moved all these logs and it turned into like a giant mess in here. But the way I laid the logs out like this, I'm kind of digging it. I'm still ripping this thing down, trust me. But I was like, I never really thought that it would be a good idea to lean my hardscape up against the glass. And in this case, the wood is actually resting on the back of the tank. And I mean, because I thought maybe I need to like clean it or whatever, but I never clean the backs of my tanks. I only do the side glass and the front glass. So I think when I build out this next tank, I'm going to actually make use of the back of the tank and lean my things up against it just like that. See, now you can even make out the rock right there. And you still don't see the rock that's over here behind the Amazon sword. But, oh, have you guys seen my Emperor Tetra? Oh, I love this Tetra. Wait, go, stop. There, oh, yep, he's like, oh, he's after me. Right there in the middle. I think I got him in the middle, right? Oh, I love his blue eyes too. It's just an amazing fish. That's an Emperor Tetra. Look at him. Just so cool. And then this is a jewel Tetra. He's like, no, me, get me. Are you feeding us? I already fed you guys. I did. This is a blue Tetra. You know, when I do all the individual, if I ever get around to it, all the individual tanks, I'll be showcasing every fish that's in them. But yeah, doesn't that look cool? The wood just all done like that. Yeah, there's no new fish in here. So here we are at the Platy Playboy Mansion. So I realized if I turn off the lights to the other tanks, then I'm not getting as much reflection. I mean, you can still see my hand reflecting really good there. But it's a little better. Even though it's nice and dark right now. So, look what's new in here. Panda mollies. 2 panda mollies. And there's one reason that I did this. Somebody said something, I don't know, I was reading it somewhere and I was like, well, heck, it's worth a try. I've had panda mollies before and loved them. But they said that it's possible that they will eat the black-beard algae. Well, I haven't noticed whether they have or not. Still looks like I have just as much black-beard algae as I had. But at least I have 2 panda mollies now. So that's some new fish. Okay, the beta house. So, what's new in here? Well, let's see if I can show you
In the video, right up and close, nice and personal. There she is, the new dame of the house. Focusing failed is what my camera just said. Look, 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 look. Hey, look, if I come above the water,
Look at her. She is all white. She is all white. And all right. She is all right and all white. So that's my new beta. Can you believe she was $4? And she's like perfectly white. Like sometimes you'll see the white ones
and they'll just be kind of meh. Oh, see, the light shines through. She looks pink here, but she is literally white.
white as a ghost. Like, let's get above the water again. Yeah, look at that. Oh, she's a stunner. I love it. I'm like, oh, I like the colors and everything, but her, that contrast, pretty darn awesome. Also, in here, I took a couple guppies from the guppy tank. And is that focusing underwater? I can't tell because the screen is so small. But I put a couple guppies in here.
I'm hoping I got some females. There's one right there. Look at it. See her? I think that's a female. And when she gets older, I'm hoping that my Endler guppies will mate with her. I don't know what a female Endler guppy would look like, but I want these guys to mate with her. I want babies in here. And speaking of babies, today, when I was looking around in here, I noticed a baby shrimp. It was one baby shrimp, bright red, so that's why it was easy to make out. And I had culled a red female out from the cherry tank over here next door, and put her over here, and she was already buried. She had eggs, so I was like, well, let's just see how that goes. And apparently she had her babies and they survived. It's really just going to be survival of the fittest as far as shrimp are concerned, because you got all these little huntresses looking around for food all day long, and they're relentless. They just keep hunting and hunting. Hey, look at. Is that coming on camera? Oh, I hope it is. Look how chocolate brown that guy is. That's what I'm talking about, guys. I mean, he is darn near black. And I say he, it's probably a she, because you don't need to be in here. Is that coming on camera? Come on now. How close can I get? Yep, and my girl, get. They literally don't care. The shrimp is right there. So I brought four of the guppies over here. And you see two right there, 1 and 2. I have another one with a little fire tail. Oh, right there. Right behind the giant. What? Where'd it go? Oh, up here. There. Oh, that's catchy. Yeah. Okay. What I'm thinking is a female, but has such a pretty tail. It could be a male. So usually, guppies, the boring looking ones are females, and the ones that have all the long, wispy, pretty tails, those are males. Usually. Look at my CPD. Hey, guy. Hey, come on. I used to have 3 of those. They weren't healthy, and this is the one that survived. Okay, everybody come here. Look at all my cories. It's time to meet on the rock. They're going to have a meeting. There's 2 right here. Look, they're going to be all together. All together. There we go. Hey, what'd you find? All right, everybody's like, "You gonna feed it somewhere?" Seriously. So I said I had 4 guppies in here, and I can't find the 4th one, or one of them. Can't find it at all. And it's sad because it was a lyre tail, and I believe it was like a hybrid lyre tail that that I made. I don't know if I could say I made it, but oh, I was trying to get these shrimp, and kind of cool. She was yellow, and she had nice blue tail with like almost like a sword tail, fish. Oh, another thing. Is this gonna focus? I'll check later. But back there, you see a yellow shrimp. So for just the heck of it, I grabbed a couple of yellow shrimp and I put them in here too. I'm like, I'm just gonna have like all crazy shrimp in here. There was no reason for me to do it, except I was like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. That way I can see the shrimp better. Look, both 2 brown guys here. You can see how one is just more brown than the other. Oh yeah, come on. Come on. Tell me that's focusing. Awesome. Please. It's so close. I'm going to hold this as still as I can.
So here we are in Gen Pop. 1 new fish in here. Not such a big deal, but got a really good deal on a new angel. Right there, the yellow one there. Right in the back there. Not this angel, but the one in the back. Come forward. Come on. Come on. Yep. Okay. Look. I got this fish for $5. Or maybe it was $6. Look at her. Oh, good. Turn sideways. Come on. There. Look at. Yes. Yes. So pretty. Oh, thank you. Man, she is showing off. Huh? How about that? Here's the other side. Oh, we get both sides. Look at. Oh, there. Look at. She's almost like a koi, and then she has this like orange color on the top. I don't know if you're making that out. So I was like, "Are you kidding me? $6? Get in my shopping bag, please." One last thing, guys. Nothing new in this tank, except it was 2 days ago. You can go back and look that I was filming in here. I'm gonna set the camera down. And look at the hornwort. That's 2 days of growth. Was like it almost doubled in size again in like 2 days, 3 days maybe if I'm being fair. I don't know. I'm crazy, right? Oh, and look how many of these guys I got. I put some food in there earlier. Look at them all. Look at them all. Back to the beta sorority. I also made a little modification here too. I don't know if you did notice that earlier. I forgot to mention I did take out a lot of the floaters, so now I have a lot more light getting down to my plants, so that's good. I'm leaving this little cluster here because the roots on the pothos are kind of ugly under there, and I don't know, it gives like a little shady spot. Another thing I did was, look at that very cool looking clip I have there. I'm just kidding. So the clip is actually holding the heater. So I added a heater. Because the water in here it wasn't quite warm enough with the single heater that I had going on over here. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to add another one. And I checked the temperature, and today the temperature is at 80.7, which is about where betas like to be. So, yeah, so I'm pretty happy. I got the temperature up. I didn't realize it was so low. And one day I'm like working in there. I was working in one tank, and then I come in here and put my hands in this one. Like, wait a minute, this feels a little cooler to the touch. And yeah, I was right. I was right.
You wanna get filmed now? No? No? Yeah? Love these guys. I could have a whole tank full of just those. Yes, and you. And you. That's my boy. That's my boy in the girls. Hi. He turned out to be beautiful too. Look at the reds in his tail. He's cool. I think they called him a black orchid too, but I don't think they. I think they just make names up. They don't even know what he's gonna be.
Okay, guys. So I'm gonna end this here. You know, I was trying to show you what it was like a day in the life, and you know, I hope that I've been able to demonstrate that here, because I mean, the chores never end. I mean, I might make a list, but I might not get to execute them all, and you know, that's just how it goes. But you know, I prioritize things that need to be done, and then I go take care of them and I do them, and yeah, I mean, that's how it is for me every day. This, after I'm done doing my real job, I then start doing this job, and well, it's not really a job. I start doing this hobby. I would love for this to be my job. Guys, tell all your friends to subscribe to me. That would, and then they can tell their friends, and you get the idea. That would be awesome. But you know, I know I'm years from that, if I even get to that. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked with some of the things that I did, and like especially the guppy tank here. I think that's really cool. I mean, whoops, I just kicked the tripod. I hope I find this guy. Maybe he's hiding in another place. I'm excited for that, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep working on it. So I think like the next video I'm gonna do will be, you know, I really do need to get the goldfish tank going. So my weekend's coming up. I gotta work this weekend. Well, maybe I can do that while I'm working, but I won't be able to film it. So dang it, I don't know when I'm gonna get time. I don't know. That might be a little bit ways off. I'm sorry I teased you guys with the first part of that, and the second part is going to be like too far away. They're happy over here in the platy tank, so I'm not concerned. So, you know, I'm sorry about that, guys. I'll see when I can do it. Hopefully I can do it on Sunday. You know, the weekend could be like working all weekend. It's supposed to be just Saturday, but like Sunday was reserved just in case we needed it. So I hope we don't need it. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. And as always, I appreciate you all. I can't wait to show you more things, especially more things about building tanks instead of just showing you everything that I have. I know that's probably getting boring, so we need to get into a build. We need to get there, and I can't wait to get us there. Really sorry that it's taken me this long. I'm very excited. I have learned a lot, and I'm gonna be. I think I can put these videos out a lot faster if I learn how to speak correctly with pauses that I can cut the videos at. Anyway, thank you once again. I will see you in the next one.